Hello, Valley Springs Tigers fans. For all of you guys that are watching tonight, I'm Josh Moore, and I'm alongside of here with Chris Roberts, Athletic Director. Chris, tell us a little bit about what's going to be happening tonight.
Well, tonight we are going to have an Athletic Awards mobile edition.
Yeah.
Due to the current situations, we couldn't have a awards banquet like we generally have. So we thought that the kids had earned the right to go ahead and have an awards presentation. So we're going to have each coach on giving the different awards, and looks like it's going to be a good night.
Okay. So what we've did, for those of you that are unaware, just as Chris said, is we had each and every coach come in and not necessarily come in, but at their homes, at other places, or wherever they decide to do this. They've put their own awards just as though they would be standing in front of you tonight, but they did it virtually from their house. We've compiled all these here, and so you get to see it tonight as it's happening. So we welcome every single one of you guys up. But Chris, what's first? Who's up first tonight?
First, we're going to go with John Rasick. Coach Rasick is going to cover cross country.
Cross country. Man, that's a lot of running.
It is a lot of running.
Well, hopefully he can tell us a little bit about it. So
I hope he can.
All right.
We had a great cross-country season this year. We had 4 runners in junior high. This is my first year coaching, not only in Arkansas, but also at Valley Springs for cross-country. We ran most of our races in Missouri this year. 3 out of our 5 races were in Missouri. Learned a lot. Really hard courses. I asked our runners this year we practiced every day, Monday through Friday after school, and also to maintain a healthy diet, to stay off of sugar and to make sure they get enough calories in for when we're running. By the end of the season, we got up to running about 5 miles a day. And so our most improved athlete this year is Carson Kidd. His time's improved a lot from the beginning. He's a 7th grader. And then also Mason Sullivan is he improved a lot this year, but I tell you, he gets the award for the most chatty on our team. Just ask him about the Impossible Whopper, and he'll let you know everything about it. Our male athlete of the year is Blaine Robertson, and our female athlete of the year is Cadence McWhorter. We're looking forward to a good season this fall. If you're interested in cross country, see me. Just be on the lookout for emails or text message about when we will be starting up. This is my hat and most of everybody on the team. This is our water sprayer that when we're out there trying to stay cool. But we had a great season this year. Looking forward to next year, building on what we're able to do this year. And you all have a great summer.
Whoa. Now, Chris, tell me what you think about running 5 miles.
Well, I'll tell you what, giving up the sugar would be a lot tougher on me.
Well, that might be tough on me too, as you can tell, but just by looking at me. But I think what I would really want is not so much the running of the 5 miles or even the getting off the sugar. I think I need that hat. Cover this hat right here. I mean, that look like that hat works pretty good.
We need to get with Coach Racing and get a hat like that.
I think that would be a good idea, especially one that disappears like the way his did.
How does he do that?
I don't know, but that's pretty stinking cool.
Well,
it looks like what we got coming up next here is
we're going to go to tennis.
Mm-hmm. And that would be Coach Haney, correct?
Coach Haney puts the love in love tennis.
Love tennis. So let's go see what he's got to say about that.
Here we go.
All right, tennis. Boys tennis this year, we did not. We started out with a couple girls, but they decided it wasn't for them. Best singles this year is going to go to Tegan James. Best doubles is going to go to Isaac Drury and Brock Lippy. Most improved is going to go to Brock Lippy. And Tegan James won these individual awards. He was the district tournament singles champion. He was qualified and went to the state tournament singles quarterfinals and was named All-State. Congratulations, guys.
Looks like they had a very exciting year in tennis this year.
It's what it looked like. A lot of individual awards there going to Tegan James and a few of those other players there that got there. So congratulations to all of those that have got that. But it looked like there may have been another player that was trying to get out there on the court, at least was kind of wanting to know if they were going to have an award.
Did that look like Air Bud to you?
It looked like Air Bud that was needing that award and everything. So that was an excellent video. Congratulations bringing the family in on it. That was pretty cool.
The entire family.
The entire family.
Coach Haney's pet friendly.
Which is more than what some people can say around here in businesses these days.
Go.
So up next looks like we're going to have golf, and I believe that's coached by Coach Ryan Johnson.
Coach Ryan Johnson did an outstanding year this year with golf. We'll let him take it from here.
Sounds good.
All right, now we're on to our golf awards. This year we had a couple all-conference selection for the boys and a few for the girls. On the boys' side, we had Hunter Reese and Maddox Johnson. Hunter actually shot well enough at districts to make it to state, and Maddox, I think he was just like one stroke off from going to state, but they both did really well. And then on the girls' side, we had Mara, Nellie, and Mackenzie. Nellie actually won district. She had the lowest score. She had the best individual score, and then the girls' team as a whole had the best score, and they won districts and got to go to state. Our most improved award on the boys' side is Kelby. From our first match to districts, he made a lot of jumps. He did well, grew over the season. I think he'll even grow from now until next season even more. And on the girls' side, it was Mara. I remember when Mara came to me asking me if she should play. And we went out to the baseball field at school, and she started swinging. I was like, I don't know, Mara, this may not be the best idea to try golf. But man, she got a lot better. She ended up having a really good year. And I think she'll have another good year next year. And on the Tiger Pride Award, from the boys' side, it's Hunter Reese, and on the girls' side, it's Nellie. They both represented us well, really, really good golfers. They'll both be back next year, and I think that they'll both be back in the state tournament again as well.
Looks like they had a great season this year in golf.
A wonderful season there, and I mean, I tell you, that's probably one sport that I never could. I spent more time chasing a ball than I think, looking for one, I should say, than I did ever actually putting one in a hole.
Well, yeah, I played with Mike Whitescarver once, and I tell you, that guy was in the sand more than David Hasselhoff.
That's a lot of sand.
That's a lot of sand.
That's a lot of sand. Well, up next, it looks like we're going to have volleyball now. That's actually a sport that I used to play and was fairly decent at it. Again, I'm one of those players that spent more time on the floor than I did actually doing anything. But I believe that this team here and these teams that Coach Wool had did pretty well this year.
They did real well. They did really well this year, and played really hard, and she kept the team focused, and they had a good season.
Awesome. Well, let's see what kind of words she's got to give out tonight.
Okay.
Hi, this is Coach Wool. I do volleyball and track. I'm going to start with junior high volleyball. We had a great season. The girls came out and did really well at the district tournament at the end of the season. The 8th graders have decided that as 9th graders, they're going to continue to stay on the junior high team for this upcoming year. So we should have a really successful year coming ahead of us. I'll go ahead and start naming off the awards. The player with the most kills, our killer player, is Cammie Moore. The most aces, which are serves that people cannot return, are Destiny Harris. The best passer is Landry King. The setter award goes to Katie Henson. The Dig It award goes to Stevie Jennings. The most dedicated goes to Taylor Bundy. The most improved goes to Kaylee McMurrin. The leadership award goes to Cammie Moore. And the step-up player of the year goes to Eliza Drury. I had a great season with this group of girls. They were a lot of fun. They show a lot of dedication and a lot of effort, and I'm looking forward to next year. Our senior high awards for volleyball. First off, I want to say that we got to a late start on the season this year. We didn't get to start till about 2 weeks before school started, and this group of girls came out every single day to practice. They gave their all, And I could not have asked for more improvement than what I saw this year out of the girls. They have worked so hard, and I'm blessed to get to coach them and be on a team with them. I'm going to start with the awards. I kind of did some different awards than what we've done in the past, I think. The killer player would be the player that had the most kills, stats-wise. That goes to Haley Fry. The ace player is the player that had the most ace serves, which are serves that no one could return. And that goes to Mackenzie Graves. The most attacks, which the difference between a kill and an attack are that a attack is more of a defensive move, and they jump up and attack the ball defensively. And that award goes to Haley Fry. The best passer, which is a very important role for the team, because we can't get our kills or our sets if we don't have someone to start us out with a great pass. And that award goes to Nellie Jennings. The setter award goes to Mara Moore. She was phenomenal this year as a setter. She started our offenses and our rotations, and she had great communication on the floor. We're working on getting her to be a killer also whenever she's on the front row. So we're going to get her there. Off the block award is for the most blocks. This award goes to Bethany Richardson. Her timing was impeccable. She had some time off of volleyball, and she came back this year, and she could read the offense's timing on a hit so well. It was amazing. So she's our off the block award. The Dig It award is an awesome defensive award. Someone that's willing to get down on the floor and do whatever it takes to keep the ball up so we can make a play. And that award goes to Caitlin Middleton. The next award is the Tip Tip Hooray Award. This is an offensive award that requires the hitter to be able to make a split-second decision by reading the defense and finding where the holes are, and if they're better off to get a kill or if they're better off to tip it into one of those holes. This is a skill that's hard to teach, and Haley Fry has a natural knack for it. She got a lot of points for us off of tips because they expected her to kill, and she would find that hole. So that award goes to Haley Fry. The most dedicated award, this person came on their own time at the gym. They would stay for an hour after practice just to practice serving. She took lessons, private lessons at other gyms throughout the season. She was definitely the most dedicated person. She lived and breathed volleyball during volleyball season. And this award goes to Caitlin Middleton. The next award is the Most Improved Award. This award, I am super proud of this person. It goes to Chloe Avery. I asked Chloe at the beginning of the season if she would step in and be a setter for us. That was a position she was not as familiar with. And Chloe stepped in and has learned the position inside and out. She was always coachable, always open to instruction. And she worked with her hitters very well in communicating with them on where they wanted it, and always striving to feed her hitters the best she could, never looking for the accolades for herself. I'm really proud of her and the improvement she showed this year. And my next award is the Leadership Award. This award was voted on by the teams, by our JV and varsity teams. The Leadership Award for the varsity team goes to Haley Fry. And the Leadership Award for the JV team goes to Kara Flood. The Step Up Player of the Year. This is an award that I created because I feel like there are players oftentimes that may not be the mains on the floor, but whenever we need something, they can step in and they step up to the line, and they are willing to give whatever they can to give to their team, even if it's out of their comfort zone. This award goes to Cameron Miller. She was crucial to our team this year in stepping in critical times and not crumbling under the pressure. She thrived under it. So Cameron Miller, that award has been well deserved by you. The next awards are voted on by coaches in the conference and coaches in the state. Our all conference awards, we had 3 this year. They go to Haley Fry, Maura Moore, and Mackenzie Graves. So congratulations to you guys. You've been recognized by coaches in the area for your volleyball skills, and I'm proud of you. We had 1 all-state recipient, and that is phenomenal, and I'm super proud of her, and that award goes to Haley Fry. So congratulations, Haley. Thank you.
All right, that was very good. It looked like Coach Wool had a really good season.
It's really good to watch some of these girls kind of come along, and I'm interested to see what her junior squad's going to look like next year. With, if I believe and understood correctly, they're going to actually keep some of the freshmen to stay on that team. So looks to be a good junior team coming up, and so I'm kind of interested more in what, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, the Tip Tip Hooray Award.
I don't know what qualifies you for that award.
One, you got to be able to jump, I'm sure, and this guy ain't going to be able to qualify.
I always concentrate on the landing myself.
Well, that could be said there. So we got next here. We've got
junior high cheer.
Junior high cheer, and that was coached by
Miss Anita Savage. She did a great job this year with the junior high cheer. They were really into the games, and we were really proud of those girls.
Good. Well, let's see what she's got awards that she's going to hand out tonight.
Okay.
I would like to introduce the junior high cheerleading squad, starting with 7th grade, Krista Petoff, 8th grade, Lily Case, Felisa Gomez, Maddie Hill, Darcy Laster, and Lily Shaw. 9th grade, Taylor Eddings, Desiree Gomez, Caitlin Middleton, Riley Shear, Kara Snow, and Mahala Trammell. It has been a pleasure to coach this group of girls. They have a positive attitude, give 110% to the team. They never complain that a task is too scary or difficult. They're always willing to try new things, and this group of girls just continue to amaze me every single day with their ability. My first award is for Most Improved. This award goes to a young lady that has cheered for 2 years. When she first started cheer last year, she lacked in confidence in herself and in her ability. As her confidence improved, so did her skills, and you can really tell that. This award goes to Miss Lily Case. My next award is for Best All Around. This award goes to a young lady that has always got a positive attitude. She continues every day to motivate the other girls. She's the first one to step up whenever someone is absent. For any reason, she's just always there, willing to pitch in and do whatever it takes to get the job done. This award goes to Miss Taylor Eddings. My last award is for Tiger Pride. This award goes to a young lady that always gives 110% to her team. She has the biggest smile. She's an exceptional leader and just has outstanding character. This award goes to Miss Mahala Trammell.
Well, that was a lot of pep, Josh.
Pep boys, pep girls, whatever you want to call it there. But speaking of, I think we got some more I believe we're going to kind of go into, and I think that's senior high cheer.
Senior high cheer, let's just keep it right on rolling here. Coach Samantha Snow.
Samantha Snow. All right, let's see what she's got going.
Hi, we had a great year this year, an exceptional group of cheerleaders. I would like to start by recognizing my senior high cheerleaders, Hein Moon, Rebecca Riff, Mackenzie McAnulty, Arena Lee, Amber Carey, Trinity Smith, Hannah Preston, Allison Lawson, Lily Kill, Ashlyn Evans, Shelby Deaton, and Claire Deaton. I would like to give awards to each of them, but we know that's not possible. So the ones that have been selected for special awards would be Most Spirited, Mackenzie McAnulty, Most Improved, Claire Deaton, Best All Around, Lily Kill, and the Charles Trammell Tiger Pride goes to Allison Lawson.
Well, Josh, that concludes our cheerleading section.
Absolutely. It's really was, and I'm just going to kind of speak from my side of it too at the basketball games where we got to see a lot of them participate for the live stream side of it. I can speak that when we're up there, it's good to look down and see our cheerleaders there really pumping up the crowd and keeping them involved. Even when games seem to be kind of falling apart at the seams, and in some cases it seemed that way. And so to the cheerleaders, just as they did their jobs, did exactly what they're supposed to do. So hats off to both the junior squad and the senior squad.
Absolutely, big thank you to them. A good friend of ours, Vixen James, had arranged for Matt Zimmerman to come over and speak at our athletic awards, and because we couldn't have it, we weren't able to get Matt to come over, but Matt has put together a video.
Awesome.
Where he's going to talk to the players and address the players. So Matt is started out as a team manager for the University of Arkansas. He's formerly served in the Army, and he was on Mike Anderson's staff at UAB in Missouri, and was an assistant coach there. And he's currently the director of basketball operations at the University of Arkansas.
Awesome. Well, I'm interested in seeing what he's got to say, so let's go straight to that video. All right?
Hi, this is Matt Zimmerman, the Arkansas Razorback Sports Network. Just want to congratulate all the young athletes at Valley Springs School, especially the seniors, on the great school year. You're talking about 2 basketball teams that went with 36 wins. That is really, really impressive. The young ladies, Coach Ryan Johnson, were state champions, 36-7. Brittany Richardson, Whitney Coughlin, Mara Moore, Haley Fry, Kaylee Patrick, and all the other young women. Sorry, don't have enough time to say everyone. That is just beautiful. Congratulations. I think it's your 4th state championship in school history. And then to the boys, 36-4. That is outstanding. I was on a team one time in high school that got beat in the state championship game. We were 36-4. So I know what that record's like. Really, really proud of you guys for that. That's an awesome achievement that you'll always be able to carry with you. And the 5 seniors on the boys, congratulations to all y'all, including Isaac Ragland and Briley Saunier, Tegan James. Congratulations for all your achievements in all sports throughout your time at Valley Springs. You did yourself very proud, and your families, and everyone in the school and throughout the school district. Congratulations to you on a great job.
Thank you, Matt. That was very inspirational, and we really appreciate you speaking for us tonight.
Absolutely.
Next up is track.
Well, Chris, track was coached by, of course, John Rasick, Shauna Wool, and then also Chris Jones. Chris Jones, however, all throughout our live stream season for basketball, we gave him a short little spot on a halftime to kind of come in and talk and everything. And ever since then, he just begged for a chance to come in. And we had to tell him no a few times and everything. But this was sent in by him, and this was his opportunity. This is actually Chris Jones driving the bus. So, Chris, congratulations. This was your spot for a live stream video. You kind of missed out, but we wanted to make sure you got some recognition and everything.
Good job, Coach Jones.
Absolutely. So, let's go to the awards.
This year for our junior high boys track team, we had Logan Avery, Blaine Roberson, Carson Kidd, Caden Roberts, Mason Sullivan, Gabe Grandin, and Parker Spa. We had several practices. We actually had our first meet and the opportunity to participate. Y'all have a great summer. Looking forward to next year and next year's season. This year, our biggest team was our junior high girls. We had several girls. Our first meet of the year, the only one we had. We placed. We got a lot of ribbons at that first meet. We were looking to position ourselves to be district champs this year. And so next year, we're looking to build on that and grow and see if we can bring home a district championship next year. Girls, boys, looking forward to it. Think about running track next year. Have a great summer.
So the girls track team, as you all know, we didn't really get to have our season this year. But senior high and junior high, they came out every single day, worked hard, worked to improve. There was definitely a learning curve for me, so we were figuring a lot of things out as we went. but we showed great improvement from the time we started practice to our first meet. The junior high girls did so well at the meet. Coach Rasick and I were thinking we might be looking at a district championship team. So we're really disappointed we didn't get to see that play out. Anyway, so we don't really have any awards or anything to go for track, but I just want to say that I'm glad I'm getting to do it, getting to know some new girls, and I look forward to next year. I think we have a promising season coming towards us.
This year we were looking to have a great track season before it got interrupted, but our girls varsity high school roster was Mackenzie Allred and Madison McWhorter. Our high school boys this year were Isaac Drury, Logan Glenhorn, Tegan James, John Rasick, Anthony Stone, and Peyton Willis. Look forward to track season next year with our boys and girls.
You know, Chris, I had an opportunity when I was in high school to try to run track. They begged and wanted me to. I told them no. They just wasn't ready for this. No, just kidding. Actually, I just was not in any kind of shape to run. I didn't like running that much. I didn't like running in football, and I certainly didn't want to run around in a circle. But to those that do, congratulations on those awards. But so we come out of that, and we're going straight into girls softball, and that was coached by you.
It was. We were really looking forward to a good season this year. Me and Coach Johnson was going to coach softball this year together, and as you know, we never with the girls doing so well in basketball in the regional and state tournament and making it as far as they did, we just never got softball off the ground.
Right.
The season was completely canceled, but we want to go ahead and recognize the roster and
Absolutely.
the girls and say a few things. What I did was the returning players from last year's roster, and then I've got just a few freshmen who had said that they were interested in playing softball. There was Shelby Jones. She played second base. Shelby's just a great athlete, really good player, good with the glove, good hitter. She was a team leader, and want to wish Shelby the best. Sadie Biggs. Sadie came out and played last year, tough as nails, and Sadie's just one of those players. She got better every game, every practice. She decided she just really wanted to play, and she really did a good job.
Awesome.
That's our two seniors. Other team members are Maggie Nail, Macy Ware, Haley Fry, Mara Moore, Chloe Avery, Bethany Richardson, Mackenzie Graves, Aiden Gordon, Tia Morris, Kenley Williams, and Desiree Gomez. And hats off to those girls. We just missed the season, but you know what? They'll be back next year, and I'm really looking forward to them having a great season next year.
Absolutely. Well, I hope you get a chance to get to play that next year as well. We just need the Rona to stay away.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, after softball, of course, is during this time of the year, another season was canceled, and that would have been baseball. And we got Coach Whitty, who's going to introduce the team as well. We fortunately actually got to play just a few games, a handful of games, before the season was officially canceled. But let's let Coach Whitty tell us a little bit about that and introduce the team.
Hey guys, this is Coach Whitty, and I guess we're doing a athletic banquet now that's all mobile, and I really hate that my guys didn't get to finish their season. We had a heck of a season lined up. We were 2-1 when the state said we had to shut everything down. We had beat Rosebud, who was the really picked to win everything in our conference and compete at the state level. We had split with them and really played well, and that was the second game of the year actually, and then we had beat Alpena a few days prior. I had a good group of seniors, lots of leadership, and I honestly, this is the team that really could have taken us, over the hump. They could have taken us to state. They could have competed at the state level. We hit the ball at a tremendous clip. We had a number of arms. Some didn't get to even throw because we had, 3 games. And, it's just, was a real letdown, and I know the boys are distraught about it. But I'm going to run through the team right now. First of all, I had Vixen James and Josh Moore as my assistant coaches, and I really appreciate everything they do and did this season and last season as well. I hope they stay on for next year. This year's roster, I've got it pulled up right here. I had Garrett Underdown as a senior, Tegan James as a senior, Brock Knapp joined us for his senior year. Got him some at-bats, and Brock, I really appreciate you joining your senior year. I hope you had fun in 2 games you got to play. Isaac Ragland. Isaac's going to play some college basketball. His baseball prowess we will never know. Braden Carnahan, and I know Braden is very he's a competitor, but the deal is with Braden, he has college aspirations to play baseball. Tremendous athlete. I believe against Rosebud in the 2 games, the doubleheader we split with them, I think he was 5 for 6, something like that, and they couldn't keep him off the bases, scored a bunch of runs. Middle of the order type guy. I'm really going to miss him. Caden Scrivener. Caden, really outspoken leader. Really expected everyone to pull their own weight. And, he was our top arm this year, and he could really hit the ball as well. He was a doubles hitter. Sage Estes. Sage, he led by both example and by mouthing and letting you know that you need to do the right thing, and has really grown and improved his game the last 2 years, and I really appreciate everything Sage has done. Just a really good guy. And then Briley Saunier as well. Briley didn't get to play last year, and he came in this year with the right attitude and ready to help us out. Through 4 or 5 very strong innings against Rosebud, held them down, and just really proud of Briley. Those are all my seniors. My juniors are Trace Lee and Peyton Willis, and then Youngwoo Kim. My sophomores, I have Cade Wilburn, Hunter Reese, Devin Knuckles, Stephen Clark, Caden Kill, Andrew Todd, Ethan Bolin, Easton Henry, and let's see, and Caleb Scott. I don't know if I mentioned Caleb there. I have a huge group of sophomores, and then I have 3 juniors. I don't think Youngwoo is coming back because of his exchange student status, but I have 2 juniors in that huge group of sophomores that are going to have to step in next year and be the dudes. So that's going to be fun watching them grow. Freshmen, I had a fun group of freshmen, and this is the next crew along with the sophomores that they're going to be very competitive. They did not get the innings they needed as freshmen, which I hate, but baseball is one of those trial by fire type things. Kelby Ply was a freshman. Maddox Johnson, who stepped in and started a varsity game. Dylan McAnulty, Donnie Acuff, Ethan Schlechter, Luke Vale, Kyle McDermott, and then the late Cloud Knight was also on the team. But that's the roster that I have here for the Valley Baseball 2020. It's the season that we will never obviously know the outcome of, and I hate it for my seniors. I hate it for the team in general. Pretty tight-knit group of guys. And guys, if you watch this, I'm really proud of you all. Appreciate your hard work, and I hate that we didn't get to finish what we started. And I know that after that Rosebud game, we all huddled up, and everyone had that sense of, wow, we have something special here. And I know I saw it in my seniors. Just individually, I talked to some of my seniors, and they all said it. They could sense that, wow, this is a big deal. We really have something. So I appreciate all of you guys, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next year.
Well, Chris, yes, and just to kind of go with softball about that too, and Dustin, he alluded to that. We were really on track to having a really good team to take us quite far into a state run, hopefully. We had some really good seniors on there that was really just made up the heart of the team, great leaders, and some younger players even coming up. And so interested and anxious to see what next year holds for the baseball team. But to all the seniors out there, from me, I want to wish you guys the best of luck in all that you guys do coming up in college and whatever you decide to go after this year. So with that being said, that's pretty much all that baseball has to cover. But Chris, what else do we have coming up now?
Hey, we're going to go straight into boys basketball. Coach Blake Haney.
All right. So let's just go ahead and just kind of see what he's got to say there, and we'll be right back. Well, folks, we apologize for that, and it looks as though we've had some little bit of technical difficulties there. So in the meantime, while we are actually just allowing for that to happen, let's just kind of just pass a few minutes along. Chris, tell me a little bit, since all this quarantine's been going on, what kind of things have you been kind of doing and passing the time?
Social distancing, which is not that hard down here where I live.
Beautiful place, by the way.
Thanks.
Actually.
But I got to tell you, Josh, I've been really disappointed, and lately, when all this started and everything, all I heard for a few weeks was everybody rambling about this Netflix show, and so I heard about it, and I got to the point where I went out and bought a Netflix subscription. And
you didn't have one already?
I didn't have one.
Oh.
And
okay.
I tell you, I'm so disappointed because I thought The Tiger King was Jerry Thomason's biography. And it's not.
It's not. No.
That guy doesn't look anything like Jerry Thomason.
Not at all. I bet he doesn't even act like him either.
I don't think so.
Hold on just one second. I'm getting word just now, right now, so all you cool cats and kittens, stay tuned, because here comes Coach Haney with his Coach Awards.
All right, for basketball this year, 7th grade, our Tiger Pride Award is going to go to Keaton Carnahan. The junior boys had a record of 15-11 this year. Offensive player is going to go to Jim Reed. Defensive player is going to go to Peyton Carnahan. Hustle Award is going to go to Caden Horn. And Most Improved is going to go to Nate Helms. And the Charles Trammell Tiger Pride Award is going to go to Dason Hensley. Good job, guys. Okay, senior boys finished with a record of 36-4. Accomplishments included Clinton Tournament runner-up, North Arc Tournament champions, District Tournament champions, Regional Tournament champions, State Tournament Elite 8. Offensive player this year is going to go to Isaac Ragland, 765 points. Defensive player of the year is going to go to Briley Sanye. He was one of those guys that we stuck on their best player many nights. Most rebounds. This could really go to 2, but according to stats, Isaac Ragland had 266, Trail Trammell had 261, so pretty close. Most assists, Tegan James, 181. Most steals, Briley Sanye, 85. Most blocks, Trail Trammell, 44. Most three-pointers made. This was really, really close, so I'm going to name all 3 of them. Tegan James was 48. Trail Trammell had 47, and Brock Lippy had 46. So that was good competition there. Hustle Award goes to Briley Sanye. Charles Trammell Tiger Pride is going to go to Braden Carnahan. Mr. Tiger is going to go to Isaac Ragland. Jake Jacobson is going to go to Tegan James. Some individual accomplishments. North Arkansas College All-Tourney Team, Tegan James, Isaac Ragland, and Briley Sanye. We had 5 players voted in by the coaches for all conference. This is based on your performance in conference play only. Tegan James, Briley Sanye, Trail Trammell, Isaac Ragland, and Braden Carnahan. Also, we had All-State player in Isaac Ragland, and All-State tournament team goes to Isaac Ragland as well. So that's going to wrap it up for me, and thank you guys.
Well, so it looks like as though the technical difficulties was actually taken care of. He just looks like he needed his daughter to start the video for him. And,
That's what it looked like.
yeah, so apparently she probably had to be woke up from a nap maybe and get that started. And hey, well, congratulations to all the awards winners. But we have one final sport to recognize during this awards banquet ceremony, video, whatever you want to call it tonight. And we can't leave them out. Talk about a season that was just really just come to a crashing halt in the anticipation. Tell us just a little bit about what we got coming up.
Well, first off, I just want to say that Valley Springs hit the jackpot when they hired Ryan Johnson.
Absolutely.
You know, I hadn't heard anything but positive things about the guy. He's absolutely a class act. He's an outstanding coach, but he's an even better person. Mm-hmm. And Valley Springs is so fortunate to have him and Courtney now on board.
Yes.
And we're just excited to sit back and see how well he does.
Absolutely. So he's going to have a few awards that and I'm sure he's going to talk about the team a little bit. So let's just see what he's got to say and come back.
Here we go. Let's go to him.
All right, now we're going to do the Junior Lady Tigers. They had a record of 17-7 this year. Finished third in conference behind two really good teams in Clinton and Bergman. And our first award is the Offense Award, and that goes to Karis Flood. You know, if we were going to be in a game, we needed her to score and probably score a lot. She was a really consistent force for us. She developed into a good low post scorer down there, and even did well at filling the defense when it would collapse and kicking it out to an open teammate. The next award is the Defense Award. This goes to Tia Morris. We pressed a lot this year in junior high, and whether we were full court pressing or half court trapping, she ran the top of it, and man, she caused a lot of havoc. Got her hands on a lot of balls, a lot of deflections, a lot of steals, and she'd get on the floor. She'd just get after it. She really keep to why we were successful in our press. Next award is the Rebound Award. This goes to Karis Flood as well. You know, just got through talking about how much we needed her on offense to score. Also, you know, she was really big in how she rebounded for us. Played some teams with a lot of size this year, and she did a good job of battling down there and pulling rebounds down for us, so we could get going on offense. Next award is the 3-point award. This goes to Cammie Moore. She led us in threes in junior high this year. She really came on late. You know, she stayed in the gym and worked a lot on her shot. And as the year went on, you know, it only got better. Towards the end, I mean, she was pretty much a steady 1 or 2 threes a game. You could count on Cammie knocking down some shots for you. Next is our free throw percentage award. This one goes to Aiden. And she was really, really good at the line. You know, really helped us there. And not just there. I mean, she was a great shooter for us. Remember against Yellville, she hit a shot to send it to overtime for us. Really key leader and you know, just did a lot for us besides just the free throws. I mean, she was just steady all across the board, and a really big part to why we were successful. Our Hustle Award, this goes to Tinley. Tinley, she'd come off the bench for us, and man, she brought energy every night. It didn't matter, you know, when she came in, if it was 2 minutes in or 8 minutes in, and she was ready to play, and you knew that when she was out there, she was going to give you 100%. She was going to leave it all out there. You know, whether it was defense or hitting a big three for us, you know, she did some really good things for us and brought a lot of energy. And finally, our Most Improved Award goes to Savannah Ketchum. You know, she's one of those ones that takes the get 1% better each day, and she does it. She comes in ready to work. She works on her own. You know, the steps she made from the beginning of the year till now, it was really impressive, and I'm excited to see what, you know, steps she takes in the next year. And this group was a lot of fun to coach. I'm really excited for the junior high team next year, see what we can do, and those ninth graders to come up and add some depth to the senior high team. It should be exciting times at Valley. All right, now we're going to move on to the Senior Lady Tigers. This year they had a really special year. They had a 36-7 record. They were the NAC tournament champs, the district champs, the regional champs, and then due to the circumstances, we're also named state champs. I think that they would agree with me. You know, we obviously wanted to play in that environment in that game, but I think that they'll agree with me in the fact that we'll take the championship in the rings and get ready for next year. This group, man, they worked so hard all year. I remember when I got here, we set some goals as a team, and they really, they stuck to them. They put in the extra work. And one thing I was really proud of them about is they persevered. We had some really bumpy stretches, and they kept pushing through and kept working, and overcame a lot of adversity. So I can't say how proud I am enough of them. We had some tournament awards this year. At the NAC tournament, we had Hallie Miller, Mara Moore, and Bethany Richardson all make the all NAC tournament team. At the state tournament, Whitney and Bethany made the all-state tournament team, and then for the state tournament MVP, it was Mara. I look back at the NAC tournament, and I think that that's kind of where we started to click as a team and move in the right direction. We had a different leading scorer every game during that tournament, and I think that they kind of started to see what how dangerous they could be when they played together and didn't always just rely on one or two people. I think that really helped us. And then obviously in the state tournament, the whole team, man, they played extremely well. They were playing their best basketball then, and I think that's why that they had a lot of success. And we also had two girls this year, Bethany and Whitney, both reached 1,000 points in their career, so that's a big milestone, and I'm proud of them for that. Our first award is the Offense Award. This goes to Bethany. She averaged just under 15 a game. She actually had 31 twice this year in a game, and she was just steady for us all year. I remember early in the year we were, still struggling playing together a little bit and getting the offense down, and there was a couple games that she just really carried us offensively, and was a big reason why we were successful. She worked on her game a lot. She got better as the year went on. I'm really excited to, we finally do get back to work. I'm excited to see, the steps that she makes and what kind of player she is next year. Our defensive award, this goes to Kaylee Patrick. Man, she's kind of reminds me of the Energizer Bunny. Late in the year, we just started full court pressing everybody, and I just say, hey, Kaylee, you got the best player. Go get her. And she did a tremendous job. It was every time I knew whoever she was guarding, they were going to be frustrated, and they were going to probably be out of tune offensively. And what was even more impressive about Kaylee is she did all of that, and really only a couple times was in foul trouble, which that can be really difficult to do. Play that tough a defense on the other team's best player, who's going to be a really skilled player, and you don't foul. So she really did a good job this year playing defense for us, and was a big part to why we were successful. The rebound award, this goes to Haley Fry. She's a man. I'm going to say 95% of the time she was outsized, and some nights probably twice her size on what she was having to go against down low. But man, she just battled night in and night out. She was a huge reason why we're successful, and never back down from a challenge. Right under 300 rebounds, that's a lot. And man, she really battled hard down there, and was a big part of our success. Most assists, this goes to Mara. She's everything you need or ask for in a point guard. She had a great feel for the game. She was always wanting to learn, asking questions. I remember watching film. She always had questions, and just really trying to study the game and how she could be better. Her feel was awesome. She knew when to pass the ball. She knew when she probably needed to score a little bit more. Just a tremendous point guard and leader for us, and really can't ask for much more out of her. The most threes, this goes to Whitney Kofeld. She had 89 makes and right under 40%. That's extremely good. And she actually got hurt about halfway through the year, and still, came back, worked really hard to get back, and still just was, just hitting every three, just about every three she threw up. And she had a little rough stretch, and if she hadn't had that, she probably would have been close to 45%. That'd have been crazy. But tremendous shooter. She'll shoot it from 5-10 feet off the line, and I mean, it's just really, really made us hard to guard with her shot making ability. Hustle Award. This also goes to Haley Fry. I talked earlier about her rebounding. She also led us in charges, and I put fouls on here. But she plays so hard, and to play that hard, you're gonna pick up some fouls, And it was funny, some of the facial reactions she would give after some of them, like, I didn't even mean to, coach, and I think just when she plays as hard as she does, sometimes it happens, and you got to live with it. I wouldn't want her to change how she plays for any reason. And and her charges, man, I remember watching some of them that she took, and I was just like, man, I don't know if I would have took that one. She just really got in there, and she would take some really, really good charges. Definitely brought me some energy, so I know it brought the rest of the team energy. And people don't realize how important Fry was to how successful we were this year. She did so much for us. She was an energy every single night, and we thankfully everybody I've listed so far, we got them back next year. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen for us next year too. Most Improved Award. This is going to go to Hallie Miller. I remember when I got here this summer, and then where we're at now, man, just the jumps and the leaps that she's made as a player, it's crazy. Early in the year, we just really didn't have much scoring per se coming off the bench. And then, you look towards the NAC tournament towards the end of the year, and it was like when she came in, I knew there was going to be a spark, whether it be a big three or, a steal, she did everything. Had a great feel for the game. Always was in the right place at the, and she just really, really got better as the year went on. We also had 5 all-conference selections. That was Mara Moore, Bethany Richardson, Whitney Kofelt, Haley Fry, and Kaylee Patrick. All right, our Miss Tiger Award. This goes to Maddie. She was a joy to coach. Both of our seniors, it's probably pretty hard having, 3 different coaches in 3 years, and in your high school career. So, but Maddie, man, she was a great leader for us. Really, really set the tone on how to work hard. I always was doing the right thing. And I remember Fry would get in some foul trouble. You throw her out there, and she would just pick right up where she left off. She's getting in there with girls twice her size, rebounding. Offensively, she hit some shots for us. Really, really good player for us, and she'll definitely be missed next year. And last award is the Sarah Scott Award. This award is really big on leadership and character, having a positive attitude, really good team spirit. And I think Aaliyah really fits those things for us. And she came to practice every day working hard, never once complained, and always a great teammate. And then if you were there for senior night, as you remember, she really put on a show for us on senior night. Played extremely well, and I think that really attests to how hard she did work. She put in the work, stuck with it, and I really hope that both of those seniors, man, I hope this was a year they can remember. A great senior year. They worked extremely hard, set a really good standard, and left a really good legacy for this program. So Maddie and Aaliyah, love you. Gonna miss you both. I'm proud of you. And hopefully the Tigers next year we can be back fighting for a state championship again.
Man, what an amazing season for these girls.
Wow.
It's really cool too, and I've said this as well, and I can speak for on behalf of Mike Whitescarver from the live stream standpoint of view. When we first introduced this year, you're talking about watching a team grow. Mm-hmm. Both teams, boys and girls, did absolutely great this year. They fought hard in some of those things. Mm-hmm. But what was really neat is to watch how these girls come together throughout this season, overcome some adversity, mm-hmm. to really, in regular season, get swept in play mm-hmm. by Mountain View, mm-hmm. only to meet them in districts, regionals, and state, or to play in the state. So it was a great, hats off to an amazing season. Looking forward to what they've got coming up. But speaking of the basketball teams, we want to kind of give some recognition and some thank yous to some people that made travel possible, to made meals possible. And one of those people, of course, is Mr. Thomas Honer, Western Sizzling, providing meals for some of the students and teams. And who else do we have?
Also, Dr. Sam and Kathy Scroggins, they stepped up and really helped us out at Regional and State.
Regional and State, but also at Regional State, Dr. Sean and Angie Bogle also helped provided meals, along with
Cornerstone Bank.
And so it's definitely a privilege. Got a chance to travel with the team a little bit there at the end in regionals. A lot of fun. Kids are a class act. You talk about the coaches, but the kids were definitely a class act. A lot of fun to be around.
And Josh, you touched on something just a second there, and I want to take this time to just really thank you and Mike White-Scarver and Dustin Weedy. When you guys started up with the live stream, getting it off the ground, we didn't really know where we were headed, or it was uncharted territory because nobody had really been there before.
Right.
But I got to tell you, the parents and the students and the fans, I still hear praise to this day of people talking about it, and they go back now and watch the games, and we just appreciate y'all so much.
Well, thank you. It was truly an honor. It was a lot of fun. Starting out, like you said, we weren't sure exactly where it was going to go, what it had entailed, but I can tell you, as we grew into it, it just become like, man, we can't wait to do the next one. So we're really anxious for next season right there.
Absolutely.
Well, Chris, I believe that kind of concludes our awards ceremony.
I think it does.
I want to say congratulations to all of you athletes who not only participated in your sport and activity, but a job well done. Count yourself as proud to have earned those awards and everything. And even though this year for some of the sports didn't get to happen, just always know that it is important to hold your head high, and that there's always going to be an opportunity for you to shine, and it doesn't have to always be through athletics and everything. Chris, anything else you want to add before we go?
That's all. I want to thank all the parents. Without the parents, we couldn't have the sports and the kids, and the grandparents and the fans. And Valley Springs is such a great community and school, and we just want to recognize everyone who's involved.
Absolutely. And thank you once again for hosting this out here on this beautiful property that you have in your house and everything. So thanks for allowing me to come out and do this. And to all of you guys, all you Valley Springs fans, family, that's the thing about Valley Springs is we're all family. So until next year, we'll see you then.